Hello everyone. Dick Van Dyke has been the picture of timeless charm and unstoppable energy, a man whose smile alone could light up a room and whose performances defined generations. But the latest revelation from his wife, Arlene Silver, has left fans stunned, emotional, and deeply reflective, because after years of public curiosity, quiet whispers, and growing concern over the health of the now 99-year-old Hollywood legend, she has finally spoken openly about the truth behind his condition, his struggles, and the extraordinary effort it takes to keep a man of such iconic stature healthy, grounded, and full of life even as time catches up with him. To understand why her recent admission shocked so many, we have to step back into the incredible journey of a man who has defied every expectation, performing well into his 90s, dancing, singing, and living with a level of enthusiasm that seemed almost supernatural. Fans assumed he was ageless, untouchable, immune to the limitations of age. But behind the scenes, Arlene reveals, there have been real challenges, real fears, and deeply emotional moments that the public never saw. She explains that Dick's spirit remains as youthful as ever, but the reality of his age has forced both of them to navigate frightening situations, most notably his high-profile accidents, including his car crash in 2013, his serious fall in 2021, and the 2023 incident when he crashed into a gate after losing control of his vehicle, incidents that left fans terrified and forced Arlene to confront what it truly means to love someone who refuses to slow down even as his body becomes more fragile. Arlene admits that she has had to become both partner and protector, encouraging him to stay active while also quietly managing the risks that come with his intense independence. She shares that there have been moments when she has gently tried to get him to give up driving, moments when she has watched him stumble or lose balance, moments that left her heart pounding as she realized the world still expected him to be the unstoppable entertainer they grew up with, even though he is, in her words, a man of almost a century who still believes he's 30. And the most emotional truth she reveals is that Dick's incredible longevity isn't the result of some magical secret, but a combination of constant physical therapy, disciplined movement, strong mental engagement, and an unwavering support system she has committed her life to providing. She explains that she watches over his routines, helps him with strength exercises, keeps him socially connected, and acts as his grounding force during moments when exhaustion or age-related limitations slow him down. She admits that there were periods when Dick struggled with the emotional reality of aging, not wanting to accept that his body had limits, not wanting to fade from the spotlight, not wanting to stop doing the things he loves, and she reveals that part of her role has been helping him embrace this chapter with dignity rather than denial. Fans were shocked to learn that behind Dick's famously joyful personality are days where pain, stiffness, and fatigue make simple tasks harder than they once were, days he pushes through anyway because performing, moving, and staying active give him purpose. But Arlene also makes it clear that his mind remains sharp, curious, creative, and full of mischief, something she works hard to help maintain through conversation, music, puzzles, and constant mental activity. The truth she finally admits, the truth that left fans across the world emotional, is that caring for a 99-year-old icon is both beautiful and heartbreaking. Beautiful because of the love they share and the memories they create. Heartbreaking because she knows that every day with him is precious, fragile, and impossible to predict. She says the world sees Dick Van Dyke, the legend, but she sees Dick the husband, and she wants people to understand that while he still laughs, still sings, still dances, and still radiates warmth, he is also a man whose age brings real risks, real vulnerabilities, and moments of fear that she carries quietly so he never has to. Her confession isn't a declaration of tragedy, but a reminder of the humanity behind the legend, a powerful and emotional acknowledgement of the effort it takes to keep him healthy, safe, and present. And as fans absorb this revelation, they finally understand what they always suspected, that Dick Van Dyke's remarkable life in his late 90s isn't an accident. It is the result of love and a wife who has dedicated herself to protecting the spark that made him a global treasure in the first place. The world may see a legend, but Arlene sees the man she loves, and now that she has opened up about the truth, fans everywhere have a deeper appreciation for both of them, not just the performer who brought joy to millions, but the woman who stands behind him, holding together the final chapter of one of Hollywood's greatest lives with grace, devotion, and unshakable strength. Thanks for watching.